So, which brings me to this point. The difference between the attitude of Prophet Adam alayhi salam and Shaitan. Hazrat Adam alayhi salam accepted his mistake and prayed for forgiveness, while Shaitan showed arrogance. And he said that, I will misguide all the humans until the day of judgment, and I will try to, put things in their heart. And we discussed a lot of things in today's class, where we discussed that how Shaitan brings it in our head that, we can be arrogant. We also learned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that, he has made us Khalifa. He has given us powers. We don't have our own powers, and he has given us powers over certain things in this world to test us how we use them. So we should always use them for the right things, for the good things, in line with all the fundamentals of Islam and the learnings of Islam. And one thing is clear, that all of us make mistakes. We will continue to make mistakes, but we should always ask and get back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for prayer of forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Very good. And Shaitan will tell you, because today you have done a very bad thing, how can you go and pray back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You don't even have the face for it. You have just done a very bad thing. You know what? When you have done something wrong, that is the time of prayer. We just learned from today's lesson. So regardless of the thought that comes to our head, that, oh my God, I've done something bad, and now, okay, let me skip prayer. I don't have the face. He will tell you, oh, you don't even have. It's because we need to understand this relationship, this connection that we have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not like a normal connection of a human being. So for example, I have a friend, okay, and I am good with him, so he's good with me, very good. And then one day I offend that friend, so I do something that he asks me not to do. Now I am afraid to go back to him, that friend, right? And or you can take an example of a teacher. So your teacher asked you to do something, however you did not do it, and now you're afraid and you don't want to go to them, and you're trying to avoid them, and then you're not even listening, and you're saying, okay, fine, this relationship is already broken, I cannot even repair it, we cannot go back to the same terms, we cannot. So these thoughts, these same thoughts that are part of normal relationships, although by the way, if you ask me, the right Muslim or the truthful Muslim or a humble Muslim would go back and try to make for that relationship as well. I'm not saying that we should leave that, but we should try that. But the point that I'm telling you is our connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, just because he loves us more than 75 moms, the magnitude of his love, because he is merciful, our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very different than any other relationship. He is the supreme owner, the most merciful, who is listening to us all the time. So we should never think, and we should immediately say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, when we get these thoughts in our heads. Because you have committed a sin now, you cannot go back and pray. Probably you should leave pray as well. Why would you pray? You just did something wrong. So this is a thought that is coming from shaitan to keep us on the bad path, or keep us doing wrong, keep asking us to keep doing wrong things. But the right path is that, yes, we will make mistakes, either knowingly or unknowingly, we will continue to make mistakes. But what is important is that we always go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is why I said one key action that I want from you guys as my younger brothers is start your 5 times prayer. The 5 times prayer is such a beautiful connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you keep on. He has given us this window that throughout the day, whatever we do, we keep on going back to him and we ask for his forgiveness. There are different prayers for forgiveness, or you can say it in your own words, in Arabic, English, whichever language. Just try to connect with your heart to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and say, please forgive me. And then you make a mistake, you go back, you say, please forgive me. But don't get into the mindset of, okay, fine, let me make this mistake and then I'll ask for forgiveness. That's also not right, okay? So The way we need to do it is that we truly, I mean, when we ask for forgiveness, the right way of forgiveness is that we truly feel from our heart that we will not repeat it. This is our intention. We should not repeat our mistakes. And then inshallah we should expect, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful, that He will forgive us. And then the lessons from the story of Banu Israel are timeless. So this is one point that I wanted you guys to remember today, that the it's not like an old story. It's not about some people in the past. Every story, every word, every letter in Quran is for a reason. And because we prayed in Surah Fatiha that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we want your guidance. Please tell us what is the right path, what is the wrong path. We want to save ourselves. And then the entire Quran that follows is a guidance for us. So I want you guys to remember there will be multiple stories in the Quran of different people, different tribes, multiple. But all of them, I want you to remember, are for us for this time. We should not think, it happened in old times. Oh, they were riding camels in that time. No, no, no. I mean, yes, they were riding camels in that time, and probably we are now on cars and some other vehicles, but it's the same. The dua for safar or for travel is the same. You can recite it in your car, you can recite it in your plane, and whatever happens, Quran, Holy Quran is a timeless guidance. And we will make those connections, inshallah, as we continue in this journey to today's world, on how each and everything is still valid to today's world, regardless of how much technology comes in or how much evolution or how much whatever comes in. Everything that is mentioned in the Holy Quran is relevant to us as well. So because and you saw that, even when we started reading about the Banu Israel and their action and everything else, and now it will come in further detail as we move through our lessons. We should always assess ourselves that what is the lesson for us from this story. Yes, it was in the past, but because it is in the book of guidance, which is Holy Quran, I should see what is the guidance that I need to take from it.